Good morning. You're in the back room with Becky. It's actually afternoon, and I had a whole bunch of stuff to do. So I'm just getting here to do my review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think I will wait on the Basketball Wives because the Real Housewives of Atlanta is about to take up about 10 minutes. Okay, it's a marvelous Monday. You're in the back room with Becky, and as usual, after a Sunday show with the Real Housewives, I usually do my little review, my critique, my observations, and my miserable mentions. Now, I just want to say that I am very, very disappointed with a couple of the ladies, and God bless you, Nene, that you're not the one causing problems this time, and you see the error of your ways. It's just like when you deal with bad customer service, and then you go somewhere and you see people giving them, giving people that work with the public a hard time, and you so don't want to be one of those people. Okay, well, some of you all are some of those people, and it's not nice. It's not nice how we act, and you in public, and so for the housewives, you are in public. You are in the public eye. We see you. You are on camera. You signed on for this. So, let's start off at the top of the show. They were given, I told you. I said they was not trying to be on there. They probably told me, I don't care. We could have done a show the weekend of the All-Star basketball game. But them housewives was frazzled when they got back from Africa. That is not a short trip, number one. Number two, I know that the ladies probably were kind of embarrassed of some of their behavior. Because if they got good sense, they would be. So, evidentiary, we have some miserable mentions that I'm just going to name right off the top, because if anybody's surprised, oh, shame on you. My miserable mention, Marlo, you out the hot seat this week, is Sheree. Again, Sheree, you're in the hot seat for that loose lip sink ships, honey. And in the hood, they will get your ass whooped. I don't know why she has to start stuff now. And I love the fact, don't you love the fact that they showed that Sheree had been into it with everybody. Like they try to say Nene been into it with everybody. Sheree, Kim, and Nene. They've been there the longest, so of course they've been into it with everybody. What I have found to be so common, and it's probably why they have more reality shows featuring females than they do males. This is a social experiment, people. Reality is subjective. Because whose reality is it really? The reality of the people that are now hooked on reality TV, or the reality of the people that's getting paid to show you some intimate moments, and some moments that are purely organic and have not been pre-designed or predetermined. But I think if you put those type of personalities, I told y'all, Nene was about to set out when they pulled up. This stuff started brewing when they pulled up with Marlo going on the trip to Africa. Nene didn't want to go, so she was like, okay, I really don't want to be with you bitches, so I'm going to give y'all somebody else to feed off of, and I'm going to just try to just lay back, because I see, she probably, that is one of the things that she has a relationship with Marlo based on. I think it's because she sees herself and Marlo, maybe her younger self, that would just pop off, and Nene is not new money. I don't know why she's acting like she's not used to anything. But evidentiary, she is not. So, her and Marlo relate on that level. Now, the conversation that is taking everybody's attention, we came in. I want to point this out. Sheree, last year, you was trying to snatch Kim's wig off. Okay? Now, and as far as the comment, see, but that's why I say I can't wait till the reunion when they roll. That's why I love it when they roll the tape. Because you keep saying stuff that's not true. Do y'all not get the dailies? Do you not? I would ask them, maybe that's a rule. They don't let them know. They just say, well, we got to roll with it. Willing to see you at editing. You don't know. Sometimes people say stuff in the heat of a moment, and then sometimes people twist your words, and that's exactly what Sheree did. First of all, excuse me, why you feel like you had to call her long distance to tell her some bullshit? That's number one. That's messy. You messy, Sheree. You know, and then you throw Kandi, but see, that's why I keep saying karma must be a woman because she never forgets. Come back with it again. Now, last time you was carrying back different little pieces of gossip yourself, Kandi. Kandi's a double agent, but she'll be with the tallest or the smallest depending on the situation. Okay, because she and her and Nene, you know, they cool, they hang out. Now something else done happen. Okay, we about to find out. Now, what really made this a bad situation is when they made it racial. You know, I don't recall Kandi saying, I don't see her holding no black babies. I don't exactly recall Cynthia saying, there's reference to the black children. Yeah, y'all, it's getting ready to be a hair day. 2 days before the show. Woo woo. Now, Kandi, you seem to have some issues with impulse control. Because of your inappropriate conversation sometimes and the things that you will do that we know. Now, we looking at you saying, why you go back and do that? Just like Cynthia, you know, you was shitstorm when you went back there and told Marlo, well, they invited me. And they said, y'all still ain't invited, but they invited me. And, you know, you don't have to go back and tell. See, because y'all ain't our girlfriends in the first place. Y'all are associates. This is the thing that people need to understand. You all are because I was in no way are you going to be my girlfriend and be, you know, bitch this, bitch that every other week. No, wait a minute. Shut it down. This is not a game. And those ladies, they have children. They're lucky they got husbands. They don't have husbands. You would want to stop acting extra on TV where people would be like, she's problematic. I don't care if she does draw a crowd. She's problematic. That's why Nene knew to tone it down. It's good to get attention. Now you got people's attention. Make sure you let them know. I don't act a fool all the time. I can't conduct myself appropriately. Now, Sheree, just because you can put a sentence together and sound like you're classy, that's the thing about these openers I got a problem with. You know, Sheree claims to be so sophisticated but you're not. You're a gossip mongering fisher wife, a dissatisfied, bitter, scorned woman. And they say you cannot satisfy a scorned woman. So she's miserable. She wants everybody else around her to be miserable too. And if you can't be miserable, then she's going to stir up some stuff. So my miserable mention right off the top of the show is Sheree. Sheree, shitty. I keep telling y'all, she messy. And that was funny. I'm not going to talk about every little detail of the show. But the points that I like is it was funny when they were... Now, there's another thing. Wait a minute. And it's not funny to me. It's just kind of states like we're trying to do damage control because we don't want the white girl to think that we said she was racist and she been on this show with us and yada yada woo woo. We've been so diverse. Let's not mess up a good thing. Now, it's been more than one occasion that I've seen them go bearing gifts going to Kim's house. And I'm like, okay, I ain't never seen Kim apologize. She may have at some point, but I have never seen her just admit to any wrongdoing. And this whole stretched out ordeal about her saying, you know, they couldn't even focus on nothing else. And they skip right over like Cynthia. Cynthia said, yeah, I said it. I said so and so and so and so. And she had like, she said, well, come for me, Kim. You know, you come for me. I still waters run deep. Y'all don't know, but Cynthia is like a volcano. A volcano. See, that medicine is still messing with me. Yeah, y'all, I had an allergic reaction this weekend. So I've been on Benadryl, albuterol, Singulair. Yeah, so I'm kind of loopy. Anyway, the fact that they still go back and report to Kim, it's kind of like she's the leader of the bad girls or the mean girls. Because The fact that y'all, okay, I know that's y'all girl, y'all going and having lunch. She's been left there by herself, yada, yada, woo, woo, blah, blah, blah. Now, the interesting part I found was when everybody presented their little gifts and said what they had to say and the little pleasantries and they're sitting down to eat. First of all, this heifer and catered lunch. How hard is it to make a salad and some fruit trays with some crackers and some cheese? Because you heifers ain't going to eat no real food in front of us. Anyway, so, Kandi, I'm going to try to stay calm, keep it down. She went from 0 to 100 because she felt attacked. And Sheree, you baited the hook and then laid back like an old dirty alley cat watching the fireworks. You messy. My Ms.B mentioned up the top of the list, like I said, is Sheree for what? For bad behavior amongst the sisterhood. Stop gossiping so much. Run and tell that. Y'all wish you would run out that door and run up on Nene one of these times. You talk that trash. You better be glad Nene's being nice because really, they all they got to do is send me a round trip ticket. And I'll send BJ the Lady Pimp down there to handle you because you need to shut up. And then how funny was it when they was driving out to Kim's house and they said, oh, Sheree's house is in this area. That might be why she's smoke screening. She keeping all this mess going because she don't want you all to know that really, for real, it's messy. It's real messy because she's not, that house she's supposed to be building, yeah, she's in financial trouble. When Marlo went in on her about it, and that's why you ain't got no husband, you evil bitch. She is. Even the shaman in Africa said, you won't get another husband. Acting like this, Sheree, you sure won't. You need to get you some business. You need to just get you some business and get out your girlfriend's business and see can't you get that multi-million-dollar house built. You can pay contractors and name with the checks probably bounce. You out here trying to live above your means to impress who? There's an empty hole in Sheree. And I think that she's trying to fill it. Because that's what people, I say that about myself when I do the retail therapy thing. You can scare a man off talking about you need retail therapy, especially if he already broke. I'm just saying. Now, Sheree, you're just greedy. You're not needy. You're just greedy. Get your ass up and go back to work if you ever had a job in the first place. You wouldn't have time to be causing all these issues with people. And that she's a jealousy. I got a poem about you, girlfriend. It's called A Bitch Called Jealousy. So, now everybody got husbands or either they have a special love interest except for Kandi and Sheree. Think about it now. Cynthia, you get my second Ms.B mention because you forgot your husband and y'all only been married a year. You bring your daughter back, the voodoo doll, but you could have brought your husband some wine from Africa, a nice dashiki, some jewelry. That's your husband. Oops, I forgot. Wow, for real, Cynthia? I see why you was a runaway bride because you do have commitment issues. You dragging that man out through all this drama. You snapping him up and you snapping this one up. You need to be checking your mama and your sister for how they made your husband feel. And you're going to keep messing around. You're going to be like Sheree. You're going to be back. It's just going to be you and that little girl again. And I don't care how accomplished or how beautiful a woman is, a real natural woman that believes in the natural order of things wants a mate. Wants a mate. She doesn't want to be alone. So if you don't want to be alone, you're doing all the right things to move it in that direction. And these shows are the kiss of death for marriages. But it was so funny. Sheree house ain't being built. It's just a big old lot out there. They said, yeah, we wasn't trespassing. Well, it ain't nothing but a lot. That might be some of the reasons. Like I said, when them people's acting up like that, there's something else going on. Kandi, like I told y'all before, she need to get her some. All them toys and stuff is messing with her mind. You spend too much time with your mom and with all these women. You might need to get, to balance yourself out because she has a lot of masculine energy that I see. That hairdo, Kandi, whoever did the bangs on you and that's not working for you. Don't do that. You must have went to T.I.'s hair, Tiny's hairdresser. That was ugly, and it just made you look more, squeezed in. So anyway, this is Becky in the back room. It's a marvelous Monday. My miserable mentions, Sheree. That was so tacky, so unnecessary. Kim, you running a neck and neck with Cynthia for second place because you harping on the fact that they said something about you holding the black baby. A scalded dog will holler. If you don't, she might have a few, I think she got a few little tendencies. I don't think she's a racist per se. She's been around black people too much. She's around a lot of different kinds of people. I think that she is more than anything, she's got a little bit of that, elevated self-esteem. They called it, what did they used to call it? They said, delusions of grandeur. That's what it is. So you diagnosed. Cynthia Bailey, you better stop talking crazy to your husband. That's a Jamaican man. You keep pointing out that he's Jamaican. The fact that he's doing domestic work around the house, taking care of the child, that's not a traditional Jamaican man. I know from personal experience about island men. So you need to check yourself. Kandi, you might need to dial it down a little bit. I see you got another show going. I wish you well. I don't know, because the people don't like you that much. We really don't. I don't know what it is. I like some of your music, but it's just something about you that doesn't sit well with the average woman out here watching your show. Phaedra, at least she knows how to act. Even if she say some stupid things sometimes, she wasn't getting in that mess. And every time she would try to reason with them, Sheree snapping over there like, she wants to borrow some money from you, Kim. The only reason is that she's riding your jock like that. I know how it is. Hard times, desperate people take desperate measures. But what you need to do is you need to get you some business. You in the back room with Becky. Have a marvelous Monday. I will be looking totally different the next time you see me. Yeah, we gonna work it out. This week at Baby Boys on Wednesday night, it's men's night. Every Wednesday night is men's night. We will be there, the Big Goody Girls, at 9:30 doing our show, Cops and Smooth Criminals. Wonder who's gonna be Mrs. Officer and who's gonna be the criminal. You'll have to come out and see. There's no cover charge. There's drink specials and food specials, and you get to meet the Big Goody Girls, the only plus size burlesque show in the Midwest. Peace and love. To the people, they tell me, you better be careful about that, Ms.B. Love you. Have a blessed day.